But is it true that a ton of products marketed as Italian or American are actually made in China? And they're almost identical to their Chinese counterparts, the same ones you find on online shopping sites? Well, I don't really have the real answer, but today, together with you, we'll take another step in that direction to find out if this myth could actually be true or not. Follow me. Some time ago, as you all know, I got back from an incredible trip to the United States, where, besides attending the biggest car mess in the world of firearms, this event actually takes place every single year. In Las Vegas, for the SHOT Show, I also had the opportunity to swing by the Boulder Rifle and Pistol Club, which is a shooting range located right out in the middle of the Nevada desert, where the day before the SHOT Show, you can try out all the new products of the year. New ones, in this case, for us, for 2026. Right at the main entrance, the team from Walker's provided every single accredited media representative with a high-quality pair of noise-canceling earmuffs and professional ballistic glasses so that they could safely enter the live-fire shooting range area. And I have to say, these earmuffs are really comfortable and very well made. It is incredibly quiet, a truly excellent product, all in all very interesting, and a wonderfully charming little gift. A present that we truly appreciated. But the most exciting part of the experience was still to come. Because during the massive SHOT Show event, in the sprawling exhibition spaces located between the Venetian and Caesar's Palace, there were also several mobile shooting ranges set up right inside large shipping containers. And of course, we simply couldn't resist the strong temptation to go and try out some really nice firearms there as well. And in that specific case, once again, the team at Walker's provided all of the participants with a high-quality pair of electronic earmuffs. These really impressed me quite a lot, so much so that I was more than happy to take them back home with me. Thank you very much. And I really have to say that in addition to the ergonomics, the stunning aesthetic beauty, and the compact size, which is absolutely comparable to passive ones, they have a truly remarkable and sophisticated electronic system. So I've actually been using them for quite a while now. The 3M Peltor ones, they're really respectable earmuffs, and they cost just under 200 euros. Just so we're clear, you can find these for sale in Italy too, because nowadays the world is basically one big market. So through the Amazon Marketplace, you can easily get them delivered to almost any location across the entire globe at a price point that is actually significantly lower than 70 euros, so much, much less than you might expect. But despite that low cost, they have remarkably and surprisingly efficient internal amplification. So once you put them on, you can hear everything really, really, really well. And any unwanted background noises that happen to go above a certain decibel peak are automatically filtered and eliminated with incredible precision and efficiency. There's a small, convenient control dial that powers the devices on and off and adjusts the volume. It's all super simple, and completely unlike the Velter, you don't have to tap the adjustment button at regular intervals throughout the day. The reason is to let the headphones know you're still using them and avoid automatic shutdown. But on the flip side, this could mean you accidentally leave them on and drain the batteries. On the other hand, at least you don't have to respond to the beep a couple of times during the match. That beep you hear in the headphones to confirm you're still there? It's a beat that always catches you while you're doing your stage, which really breaks your concentration. But there are also rechargeable versions, so it's truly an excellent, excellent product. I really feel like I can say that without any hesitation. The only thing that surprised me a bit is that while browsing a well-known Chinese online marketplace, you know the one I mean, I found the same headphones for 10 euros. So I thought to myself, but is it possible that they are the same and that they work the same way? Well, 10 euros. Guys, I've more than willingly sacrificed them to discover it together with you today. And so, without further ado, let's get to the unboxing with my beautiful Oso Blanco from Edor. And let's find out together what we bought for 10 euros. And exactly how remarkably close we can actually get to what is the authentic, original, branded version of the product. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a moment to open up the package, which comes in a significantly more straightforward and simpler way with just a little cardboard box. If we take a closer look, we can see that the font used here is actually very similar to the other one. This particular version features the American flag prominently, but it is important to note that there is also an absolutely identical version available elsewhere, so that specific detail is not what really makes the difference in this case. The writing changes just a little bit, really just a tiny amount. The font itself remains exactly the same, but the style changes slightly. Take a look at this specific part down here, where you can clearly see the model name Razzo written out. Okay, so guys, now I'm certainly not going to say whether you can feel the difference or not, because we are a very technical site, a dedicated channel that never stoops to doing biased or paid reviews, saying, this one's good because it was given to me, this one I paid for. And to see exactly how it works, we'll use a highly specialized piece of equipment that accurately measures and records the decibels of many different sounds. And we'll see that this professional sound level meter is also capable of very efficiently detecting background noise. When I speak, I'm between 77 and 80 decibels. In complete silence, it's around 60. Okay, and this will give us a good reference. You can feel very well that this bike... And I have to say, this also dampens it. Now let's see some. This is the original packaging. We have seen the difference, but the hand that is inside the manufacturing could easily be the same. Let's see what's written. Metavincina. Let's put on a headset. We'll hold it down with the headset, the passive one that we've got right here in front of us. Now let's conclude this entire experiment with a part that is, let's say, much more hands-on and practical, even more eye-opening and revealing for us active shooters and enthusiasts, and maybe even more significant in some ways. A bit more hands-on out in the field at Mayala shooting and having them fire 4 shots for me, and here we are with the tools of the trade. In order to carry out our comprehensive test today, we have both our high-quality electronic headsets and the standard passive headset available for use so we can properly isolate the speakers from any outside noise. We are currently getting everything ready, and we're just about to run some important tests to see how they perform. With the 9mm, the 9x21, using my Smith & Wesson 627. See? It's unloaded, perfectly safe to handle. And then we'll use my Ruger GP100. This particular model also has a safety for the 357 Magnum when it is fully loaded, so the noise level is exceptionally loud. First, we'll switch out the microphone so we can have... There's a specialized microphone that has been placed inside the headset, and you can hear with your own ears exactly what my own ears are hearing right now. Okay. Now you should be able to hear me again through this little mic, so let's go ahead and give these headsets a proper test run together. Let's put the microphone inside the headset. Now you should be hearing more or less what I'm hearing. Let's turn on the headset. My voice is really well amplified. Let's immediately try a few shots with the 9x21 at the ballistic plate at the end. I'll take out the microphone so you can hear. Now, this is how it sounds normally. Okay. Perceptually, it protects. But will it also work with the 357 Magnum? Let's try it. And now I'm going to let you hear it without the physical protection of the studio headphones. So right from the very beginning at this point, the video started with a series of sound level tests to thoroughly assess the overall performance and coverage of the headphones. But unfortunately, when I tried to carefully insert the sound level meter's microphone into the silicone earbud tips, they simply didn't create a perfect seal. So it turns out that all of the initial measurements ended up being completely inaccurate and unreliable. Because of this unexpected complication, I decided to take 2 more pads made of specialized soundproofing rubber and high-density sound-absorbing material to create a custom insert that, with the help of 2 zip ties, would securely seal the microphone inside the headphones. Now we are going to redo every one of the tests to see if this new system actually makes things significantly more efficient than before. Here's another quick note for you. After the first video shoot for the test, I used these headphones during a competition. I have to say that over a long period, they become uncomfortable. The pads are really stiff, especially for those who wear ballistic safety glasses with arms. It gets tiring and almost painful, but there is a solution. My friend Paulo Klang shared a really helpful tip with me. Replace the original pads with these gel pads, which are widely considered to be significantly more comfortable for long-term use. And let's start things off with a standard 9mm round, okay? 107.8 is the maximum decibel level recorded. Now we'll try measuring inside the headphones by putting in a specifically designed pad from a passive headset to prevent the 2 microphones from creating unwanted acoustic interference with each other. Okay, let's see how that works. $93.5. This is the Chinese headset. Now let's try the American headset. Now we'll do the same tests with the 357, Magnum without headphones, the Chinese headset, and the Mediasi headset. Now let's see how many decibels the 357 Magnum produces. All right, looking at the data, we can see that we have a maximum value of exactly 112 decibels. 85. 90. Okay, there's not that huge of a difference. At this point, I'd say we can draw our conclusions. We were absolutely captivated and intrigued by these walkers in the United States, where we gave them a thorough try and really enjoyed the experience. We eventually bought a pair of originals on Amazon and found them to be completely identical in every single way. They are just as efficient on a well-known Chinese Express online shopping site for a mere 10 euros. And the best part is that they work in exactly the same way. There's no difference, just a few small details in the writing change. But when someone asks, but do they actually make them? In China, Americans have them made. The Chinese sell the same ones, made by themselves, for much less, but it's the same product. Maybe that's not always the case, but in this situation, I'd say it is. That's exactly how it is. If you enjoyed this video, even if it's only at the end, never at the beginning, or just on trust, I'd appreciate it if you could click the little button at the bottom of your screen to reward my small effort in sharing this information with a nice like. If you think others might be interested in saving money by purchasing the same item, perhaps even getting inspired by this video, don't forget to share this content on all your social media platforms.